Welcome to Get Unstuck with Michele, the podcast where we embark on a transformative journey through the realms of the mind, spirit, and soul. I'm Michele, your shamanic coach, here to guide you through the untamed wilderness of self-discovery and personal growth. Together, we'll unravel the threads that bind us to the past, release the weight that anchors us in the present, and unfurl the wings of potential that carry us toward a vibrant, purposeful future. Join me as we explore ancient wisdom, mystical practices, and powerful insights to awaken the spirit within and break free from stagnation. Let's take that courageous step together and get unstuck. Do you feel stuck? Like you're on a never-ending treadmill? Or in a maze that you just can't find the way out of? Well, don't worry, because I promise you, you are not alone. We all find ourselves toiling, striving for personal growth, working towards success, but sometimes it feels like we're running in place or we're sinking deeper into quicksand. And if you've ever reached the point of feeling like your frustration is at the level of a Category 5 hurricane, maybe it's time to stop what you're doing and give this method that I'm going to talk about here a shot. Because it doesn't hurt to try something new. So, imagine that you're shifting your gaze away from the person in the mirror who's yearning for something better but seems trapped. That would be you. So, shift your focus away from you. And it's essential, obviously, to look out for yourself, to set goals, to lay out plans, to work towards your well-being. So I'm not saying in this imagined situation to imagine that you're not focusing on self-care, because you want to continue self-care. That's critical. But imagine that you stop focusing so much on yourself that that's all you see. Now, we again have to continue to think about ourselves, to be financially responsible and to plan for the future and all that stuff. But again, it's not that I'm saying in this imagined situation to not think about yourself at all, to not focus on yourself at all. Again, I'm just saying to imagine that you're not letting yourself be the be-all and end-all of what you think about in your day. So, here's the rub, and here's the reason why I'm saying to imagine that you're not so focused on yourself. When we relentlessly focus on ourselves, we can accidentally build walls around us. And when we do that, we lose sight of the bigger picture. We can't see all the possibilities that life offers. When we become so self-absorbed that we overanalyze even the tiniest events, desperately seeking how they impact our lives, then we become prisoners of our own making. And honestly, we sometimes get so busy being busy that we forget where we initially wanted our lives to go. So, one solution, as I hinted at with the imagined scenario, is to redirect our focus from ourselves to others, to shift from being a receiver to being a giver. And no, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to upend your daily routine immediately. It's more about altering your perspective. Here's the kicker. Regardless of what you do for a living or to keep the household going like clockwork, somewhere along the line there is a real live person benefiting from your actions. Think about it. Your work isn't just about filling in databases or enhancing machine performance. It's not about collecting paychecks. That's important, but it's not all that it's about. Your work is not just paperwork, carpentry, electronic assembly, deliveries, meetings. whatever you do, that is not what your work is at the end of the day. At some point, another human being will derive real, tangible benefits from your efforts. Now, I'm saying things like likely and probably because in reality, some individuals focus on less than beneficial activities, and that's just how the world works. But for the most part, anything you do for work is going to, at some point, benefit at least one other human being. Now, for most of us, our work usually contributes positively to society. And that brings back the original idea. If you feel like you're stuck, take a moment to ponder the people whose lives will be brighter, healthier, or happier because of your actions. Think about how what you do in your work, generously sharing your time and talent so that others can reap the rewards of your hard work. See where this leads? When we shift our focus from ourselves to others, our work takes on newfound meaning. We become givers and our lives gain genuine significance. We can then understand that what we do really does matter to somebody else. And that's pretty damn special. At least I think so. And you probably think so too, because if you like me and the work I do, and if you listen to me, then you're probably of the mindset that serving other people, helping other people, supporting other people, whatever you want to call it, with other people is the shit in this world. Really, that's what's going to make our world turn from the fucked up mess that it is to being a better place, is when we can find ways to support other people and to be givers. So, if you're struggling to see even a single person who benefits from your actions in your job, then maybe it's time to explore a different profession or to find a new way to spend your leisure hours. So, there may be other reasons for wanting to find a new job other than that, but this is a good reason. If you cannot honestly find how a single other person benefits from what you do in your job, then maybe you're in the wrong job. Now, there are countless people in the world who could benefit from your unique talents. So think about what you are good at, what you enjoy, and how it can enrich someone else's life. And then go out and find a way that you can do that for your career. You'll find yourself not being so stuck before you know it, and you'll be able to bask in the joy of making a meaningful difference in the world. Now that's a wrap for this season, and I'll be taking a few weeks off, but look for me to be back with season 6 in October. Love this podcast? How about giving me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app? If you want more content from me, subscribe to my newsletter over at livingmoonmeditation.com. And if you'd like to help me keep the lights on, I appreciate your donations. I have the links for that in the show notes.